Hello everyone and welcome to this Heliot session dedicated today to the Subreach device called T20. My name is Adeline de Guibert and I am a member of the strategy and innovation team at Heliot Europe. If you are searching for a solution to track efficiently pallets, plastic boxes or RIP and the goods on it, this T20 may be the solution. But let's get back to basic before going into the detail of this device. Let me introduce you quickly to our company, Heliot Europe. In a nutshell, Heliot is a mobile network operator, but instead of carrying traffic from smartphone, we are connecting to the internet very simple electronic device called sensors. These devices are attached to on-power assets like shopping carts, trailers, or deployed in shops, buildings, warehouses, for example. They measure simple things like position, movement, temperature, humidity, and so on. Together with the communication network, this is what we call Internet of Things. Heliot Mobile Network covers today 8 countries in Western Europe, including large countries like Germany or the UK. And our infrastructure of antenna collects traffic from more than 1.3 million devices and is supervised 24/7 from our network operation centers. For other countries, Heliot has roaming agreements already in place with 72 countries worldwide. Heliot roaming partners in Europe are large telecom infrastructure companies like Cellnex, EI Tower, and also electronic industrial partners like Unabis, Kyocera. As you can see, Western Europe is extremely well covered, as well as some countries in APAC like Japan and Taiwan. And if you were to look at the bottom of the part of this slide, you can see that there is a large portion of our devices that are tracker, which logistic flows span all across Europe. Therefore, we have designed and optimized our network topology to match the hotspot of traffic such as retail centers, logistic hub, and highway. Back in 2019, Dutch Post DHL decided to equip its roller cages with trackers to cope with the traffic outburst of the Black Friday and Christmas period. These roller cages are used to transport parcels and mails between distribution centers. A battery-operated multi-year device is attached to the cage. This is a black device you see under the Dutch Post logo. And up to date, more than 500,000 roller cages are tracked under our network for communication. This is a complex slide, and I will not go into all the details of it. But I believe this is important to touch on it to understand our view of the market. So there are a lot of mobile IoT networks out there already deployed, like Heliot 0G, Sidewalk, Helium, LoRaWAN, but none of them individually can meet the requirement of multinational companies. If you remember the previous slide, you will notice that Eastern Europe wasn't covered well by Heliot network, while we know there is a lot of automotive OEM in this part of the world. So what is our answer to this? We have a 3-layer or 3-tier approach. When the devices are on the road, the messages are picked up by the public network, first layer. At destination, which might be our customer warehouse, the devices are going through micro or nano gateway that we install in the premises to ensure 100% visibility. This is Tier 2. The device and asset also might be equipped with barcode or RFID. The data from this scan are aggregated with the other messages in a simple database of digital twins that we manage centrally. As a result, our objective is to get you covered and ensure a unified will look at the identification event linked to an asset, notwithstanding the underlying connection network used to collect the data. By now, you understood that asset tracking is at the core of what we do. The range of assets that will make sense to track is really wide, and the same solution cannot be applied to all. For example, it wouldn't make sense to attach a €50 GPS tracker to a plastic box used for fruits and vegetables that cost nearby €10. On the other hand, very expensive assets require high-quality geolocation data, which is not the use case for other types of assets. In Heliot, we have decided to split the asset in 4 categories, or classes, class X, R, B, and O, and design a specific solution for each of them, called Subreach. Typically, Subreach class X will be the extensive GPS tracker we have mentioned previously. Subreach class R is the one used for GHL project and also the T20. Indeed, this device will address returnable plastic pallets tracking, but also wood pallet with an optimized shape in this domino. The pallets and the contents can be localized between warehouses. Then we have the Subreach class B. This is more cost-effective solutions than the other two. And at the end, we have the Subreach class O category for one-way parcels and boxes. These two categories, B and O, are presented in other videos of the same series that I may recommend you to have a look on it. The Subreach T20 was co-developed with Sanji, an OEM company from South Korea, which is producing components for the automotive and electronics sectors. Sanji has a solid experience in Sigfox, having sold more than 250,000 trackers up to date. Coming back to asset tracking, the T20 was designed to provide visibility in the logistics of plastic crates, roller cages, or kegs, as you can see in the picture. Unlike one-time or one-way packaging, they are designed to be reused multiple times for several years. Because of the difficulty in dealing with returnable packaging, retailers often rent out the packaging from other companies called poolers that own, maintain, and dispatch the packaging whenever needed. The top part of the slide is an extract of IFCO, one of the biggest poolers in the world with more than 300 million packaging. It described what we call the AP path, or nominal condition for distributing, for example, fruits and vegetables in supermarket. Let's say Lidl buys oranges for an orange grower or packer. Lidl will ask IFCO to deliver plastic crates to the grower warehouse, where the crates have been filled out with oranges. Then the crates are being distributed to the retail outlet, and when all the oranges has been sold, the crate goes back to IFCO to repair and cleaning. The pooler invoices the retailer for each cycle of the packaging. Therefore, this is super important for the pooler to have the visibility of the packaging going in and out of the stock. Also, because there might be additional charges if the cycle takes longer than expected, for example 30 days, item level tracking could be very beneficial. Unfortunately, returnable packaging are also going through an happy path sometimes, as they would be misused or stolen. You have a picture here of beer kegs being dumped in the field, for example. And to be able to detect and remediate this situation, tracking information needs to be available in each of the stations of the RPC cycle. Pooler needs to follow their crates, not only in their own facility, but also at their customers. This slide summarizes the specification of the T20. The device is connected to Heliot network using the Sigfox 0G protocol. 5 kilometers communication range is typical for this form factor. The device is localized using network triangulation and Wi-Fi sniffing. The accuracy is then ensured inside and outside of the typical path. This T20 will be combined with new integration coming next. Thanks to photo upgrades, some will be directly implemented, like using Sigfox and LoRa connectivity in once. This feature, under testing, will ensure to switch LP1 if an acknowledgement of the first message is not successful. This is a huge convergence step, as it is the ultimate integration from both cost and energy saving point of view. Also, in the next T21 version, an accelerometer will be integrated, so you will be able to detect the movement, but also, if well placed, the openings, if well placed on the box cover, for example. The T20 is a ruggedized device. We can take the example of a standard EPAL pallet wood here in the pictures. There is, this device is perfectly fitting the pallet stud. There is no risk for damage, and same for the pallet contents. The thickness is really optimized, for it. To attach this device, there is nothing easier. You can screw it here and directly on the pallet. And here comes the magic. Your device will be also activated when you do so. Or you can do so if you don't have a screwdriver. What an easy way and massive way to configure them, isn't it? And by the way, there is an important notice. If unscrewed, for example, when there is an attempt to store the contents or the pallets, the device, will raise a specific alert message to the platform online. Depending on the messaging configuration, the battery can last up to 5 years. And the device is available in RC1 region today, that is Europe, Middle East, and Africa. When activated, the T20 sends over the Heliot network towards an IoT platform inside which it is possible to visualize the localization of the device, the sensors activated, and other area information like temperature. And that's about it for today. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to reach out to me by email or through the social network out there. We will be more than happy to discuss your use case. Until then, have a great day and talk to you soon.